Hey guys, how are you? Ken Gruber here. In the video today I'm going to talk about 5 differences between driving here in Sydney, Australia and in Brazil. I'm from São Paulo, so I'm going to use São Paulo as a reference because it's the only city I've driven in Brazil. And for this video I'm going to put the front camera of my dash cam in the video so you can see me driving around and it's easier to get a picture of what I'm talking about, okay? But before we start, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a like and a comment with your thoughts in the section below, okay? Let's go! So the biggest difference is of course the British hand. Here we drive on the left and the wheels are on the right, which is completely different than in São Paulo in Brazil, because in Brazil we drive on the right and the wheels are on the left. It's completely opposite. See the wheel here. In Brazil we indicate lights that you're turning on the left, and here you turn the windshield wipers instead of here. So it's the opposite as well. So when you usually mix the doors, you get into the passenger seat or vice versa, and the stuff as well, the wipers and the gears are on the left. So if you get a manual car, you need to get used to changing gears, but as soon as you start driving you kind of get used to it. Something that we have in Brazil and we don't have here in Australia is the rotation of cars, what we call rodízio in Portuguese, because at least in São Paulo we have a lot of cars, and a way to avoid the cars on the road is to use the rodízio, which means that like on Monday, cars with the plate ending with 01, they cannot drive. If you drive and the police catches you, you get a fine. On Tuesday, plates with 2-3 cannot drive, and then so on. So it's a way to avoid the massive numbers of cars on the roads, and we don't have that in Sydney. Now, something that we do have here in Australia but we don't have in São Paulo, at least we have here in Sydney and we don't have in São Paulo, is the tolls in the middle of the city. So we do have tolls in São Paulo, but it's usually when you get highways, you go to a different city and then you pay the tolls. Here you have a device that you put in your car, because we have tolls in the middle of the city. So when you get into a tunnel or some area in the city, to pay the tolls, you have this device here I'm going to show you now, and you pay instantly as soon as you go through the gate and the radar. And this is the toll. It's like a sem parar, similar you have to in Brazil. And this avoid you stopping to pay toll. But this is registered to the plate of your car, and you put credit on it. And if you don't have a toll, they're gonna charge you. They're gonna send you a higher bill, and you have to pay for it. Okay. So another huge difference, I think, Sydney is a very well signalized city. So you have plates showing the speed limit, even plates showing a radar. So now you're going through a plate that's showing that a speed camera here. So in this cross, I know if I go over the speed limit, I'm gonna get fined. So how good is that, huh? So I believe here they do the best to avoid people doing the wrong thing, and these plates, they help a lot. But it's something that we don't have in Brazil. Also, when you have a pedestrian lane, they have an indication as zigzag in the floor on the road, something that we don't have in São Paulo. So I think it's very good to have this here in Australia. And last but not least, I believe that here is a safe place to drive. It doesn't matter if you're working or not. People here are kind of, actually compared to São Paulo, they are very slow. I'm not gonna lie, but this is a safe place. So I'm never worried when I'm driving to a place or grabbing a passenger in my car. I'm not worried where it's gonna be, because I know it's fine. My windows can be open and my cell phone just next to my window, I know it's not gonna be robbed. And it's very important. As I said before, I probably wouldn't do this job if I was in Brazil, but because I'm here in Sydney, I know it's safe, and I'm not worried about that. And guys, these are the 5 differences in my opinion. Let me know in the comments if you have another opinion about differences, another difference that I haven't mentioned. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel, leave a like and share the video. Thank you guys. Hey!